putting an end to identity politics. This is the Kevin Jackson Radio Show.
Senator, is that helpful to Democrats in 2018 to have Hillary Clinton dismissing the 60 million plus voters who supported and elected Donald Trump, dismissed, some could say even condemned, as racists and misogynists?
No, it's not helpful at all. And in fact, my friend Hillary Clinton is wrong. 30% of the people who voted for Donald Trump had voted for President Obama. Why? The same people who looked for change with President Obama thought there wasn't enough as far as their personal lives were concerned, and they supported Donald Trump. That is a reality that Democrats acknowledge. That's why we are focusing on issues to address this concern they have about the economic insecurity that many working families face. I can tell you a tax bill that gave tax breaks to the wealthiest people in America under the Republicans and President Trump is not responsive to that concern.
Heidi Heitkamp, one of your Senate Democratic colleagues who's running for re-election in the red state of North Dakota, said Hillary Clinton can't go away soon enough. Is she right? And should Hillary Clinton go away?
Well, I can tell you, Hillary Clinton, like every American, has the right to express her point of view, and she obviously gets press coverage. But we are moving on to the next chapter in American history.
Welcome back, everybody. Kevin Jackson here, KJRadio.com. If you want to call the show, 844-551-8255. So that's Dick Durbin talking about Hillary Clinton. But so a couple things to think about. Number one, 30% of the people who voted for Obama voted for Trump. And then what Durbin comes out later and says is the reality is Democrats are now focused on the issues that those people have. And then he went on to slam the tax bill. If that's their strategy, it's over. I'm telling you as a strategist, you're going to go out and tell the people that voted for Trump, who he said, I'm going to get you your money back. Hey, you know what? So what? He got you your money back. We still want to get you, we still want to tax the heck out of you. Or they want to put this class warfare. He didn't hit the rich hard enough. It isn't going to work. But here's the bigger thing. Heidi Heitkamp, she is one of the senators who is in huge trouble. Now, she's in a red state, but she's in big trouble, and she's sounding the alarm to the leftists. She's saying, Hillary Clinton can't go away fast enough for me. Now, that, of course, she's in a red state. The person that she's going to run against is going to definitely attach her to Hillary Clinton. If you don't think that that's not going to play nationally, you're out of your mind. Dick Durbin is a leader for the Democrats. This isn't some random guy. This is an anti-Trump, anti-American, dyed-in-the-wool leftist who would walk through fire for Hillary Clinton a year ago, certainly 2 years ago. He would never have said that. What station was that on? Anybody catch The Voice? Yeah, Brian Williams, MSNBC. This didn't come out of nowhere. This isn't Fox or the right-wing conspiracy. This was what they talked about on MSNBC. You want to know why? They're forced to. Do you think they wanted to talk about Hillary Clinton dissing well over half the country? Essentially saying yet again, my people, the people who vote Democrat, are better than those clowns. The very clowns who voted for Barack Obama in 2012, maybe 2008, who've now moved over to the right side of the aisle and gave up their clown shoes and their noses and took the makeup off. And she's saying these people are too stupid. They're not the salt of the earth. And look at what I won. And oh, by the way, women, let me disrespect you too. Yeah, that's a winning strategy. And for the record, you can tie that to every one of those Democrats. That is exactly how they feel. You want to know why it's resonating? It's because people know that. So what happened? Cries immediately. She needs to apologize. Leftists saying, I don't feel that way. No. Voters, I don't feel that way. We want to reach out to you. We want to make this more, less divisive. We want to be inclusive. Oh, except we don't want conservatives. We don't want Republicans. We don't want pro-lifers. We don't want pro-guns. We don't want pro-First Amendment. We don't want people that actually want to respect the borders. So we have a few caveats. But no. We want to be involved. We want us to all work together. Kumbaya, my Lord. Kumbaya. Yeah. If you think that's going to play, it's not. And so what is their strategy? You want to know what the Democrat strategy is? You're going to laugh when I tell you. They have bet their fate on a porn star. I know. It's funny how, look, I've been in radio now for 9 years. I don't care. I haven't seen porn. Porn is of no interest to me. I have had to talk about porn. I talk about it laughingly, but in the last week, I've talked about it more than I probably talked about it my entire radio career. I'm not even playing when I say that. Stormy Daniels. The Democrats have bet the fate of their party on a porn star. And I'm not talking about Bill Clinton. I could easily be talking about him. Stormy Daniels' lawyer, Michael Avenatti. We just learned some news about him. And it turns out that Michael Avenatti worked for Joe Biden and Rahm Emanuel. Now, you probably know those two guys because they were right-hand men to one of the worst presidents, if not the worst, in the history of mankind. That doesn't even, I'm including the entire world. When you're trying to railroad, when you're trying to smear somebody, when you're trying to make people believe, look, I'll be blunt. I don't know if Donald Trump had anything to do with Stormy Daniels. She's a good-looking lady. She's a porn star. She's a good-looking lady. She's a head turner. And, look, I'll just put it to you this way. As a billionaire, those girls like her, no offense, dime a dozen. And I'm not talking about the ones that do porn. I'm talking about good-looking girls at different events that see guys like Donald Trump and say, God, I wish he'd come over here and grab me by the They exist a dime a dozen. Everybody listening to this program knows it. And I'm going to go tell you guys something. And, wives, you can cover yours if you want to. But here's the deal. In many cases, the very men that you sit next to, if they haven't found their religion, don't give them $1 billion because they might disappear on you for quite some time. It takes a lot of self-control to be a person that's good looking and a billionaire and keeping your eye on the prize. So as far as I'm concerned, Donald Trump probably showed much more restraint than 90% of the people that I know. And ladies, I'm not letting you off the hook either. If you were billionaires, you might not be with your guy. So let's just keep things real. So I don't know what Donald Trump did with Stormy Daniels, but here's the rub. I don't care. Whatever issue he has with Stormy Daniels is between himself, potentially his family, Melania maybe, and God. End of story. All I care about Donald Trump is will you continue to lower my taxes, kick Kim Jong-un's butt, work on Iran next, get Putin in check, let us get our trade deficits in check. How about we start looking at balancing the budget and getting rid of our debt and enjoying the quality of life? If you could do that, man, you could have all the hookers you want. I don't really care. Oh, Kevin, that's not the Christian thing to do. Yeah, judge not and you shall not be judged. What do you mean that's not the Christian thing to do? I didn't hire Donald Trump to be president so I could determine how his lifestyle was going to be. Let me tell you, he's always wanting to have people pray over him, so good for him. He's a failed, flawed individual just like all of us. But these people want to get him, and they're betting the farm on the idea that this porn star is going to bring down Donald Trump just like the Billy Bush tape. How ironic was it that Billy Bush was the one talking about Trump grabbing people by the, Oh, man, Avenatti. He worked on political campaigns of over 150 Democrats, including national campaigns. When he wasn't busy suing Donald Trump and the Apprentice producer Mark Barnett for intellectual property infractions, this is a guy who has an axe to grind with Donald Trump. And the Democrats have put their fate in his hands. Here's his biography. While in college and later in law school, Michael worked at a political opposition research and media firm run by Rahm Emanuel, who later became White House Chief of Staff and is presently mayor of Chicago. During his time there, Michael worked on over 150 campaigns in 42 states, including multiple gubernatorial and congressional campaigns. In other words, Joe Biden's U.S. Senate campaign. So the guy who wrote this, a True Pundit, said there's a thin line between porn star and ambulance chasing attorney. And I agree with him. But I want you to have the facts. And I'm going to tell you something. The overwhelming majority of you don't care. That I was looking at the polls on different things, and Russia was 1%. Stormy Daniels is less than that.
He won't stop until he's the top-rated radio talk show host in America.
What kind of weird competitive freak are you?
This is the Kevin Jackson Radio Show.